Hello everyone, today we have another part of the video report with nice kit from Miniart, which you can see here, and we are slowly advancing towards, let's say, completion of the assembly. And here you can see some of the steps. Of course, as I said in the previous part, this top cover is not attached, and here you can see it's just a dry fitment. It's movable. I will remove it in a second. What I want to say first is to show you and to, let's say, point your attention on this small thing, which is not that nice, and it has happened due to the packaging style of the Miniart. And those are the bent parts, because as you can see here, we have slightly warped parts. Of course, it will be not that difficult to, let's say, fix them. But again, I mean, only because of tight packaging we have such issues, which you have to work with, because otherwise you have like difficulties with fitment and other things. But as I said, if you use like really liquid glue from Tamiya, then you should be fine. So for this top panel, I already applied those small parts, which you can see here and here. Then there will be air intakes which will be covering those areas, side areas. Of course, this cover will be also closed, and here is another one. So now we remove it. As you can see, I painted it in 4BO, but of course it will be repainted in order not to have those gray parts in the middle. So inside I inserted this wall which separates the frontal section from the engine section. I also added the fuel tanks. Here you can see them. And what else? Of course, frontal plate. Installation of the frontal armor plate required a bit of adjustment. I mean, I had to slightly squeeze sidewalls in order to get nice fitment here and here. And then you connect the floor and the front panel with this small part which you can see here. So as for the rear part, here you can see that this part is not glued to the vehicle, and actually I can do this. Of course it's not holding like thoroughly on those hinges, and it will be glued, but here you can see what's happened inside. I installed a small cage, and I also installed some wiring which should be present, and then we just close it. Then we will have to add the exhaust covers, exhausts themselves, and this small hatch. And there are also in the middle you have to delete the screw and add another hinge which should be present on this version of Su-122. Another thing, I've added slight weathering inside the vehicle, so you can see scratches and some dirt inside. Then I will add a bit of, let's say, pigment dirt here, because it's, let's say, most probable place where all the dirt will be accommodating. I might place some of the dirt here, but I think it will be barely visible, because even now you can see that you almost don't see any, let's say, items which are placed in the front section of the vehicle. So maybe there is no point in adding some extras, because they won't be visible and it will be just, I know that they're inside, but nobody knows that they're inside. So that's all for the progress on this vehicle. Next, what I wanted to show you is the main gun. Here it is. Basically it's assembly out of several parts. Here you can see it, and tomorrow I will try to finish it. So here it should be inserted just like this. It goes inside, and then you just glue it into place. Of course you have to add some small things which you can see here, and also on the main barrel, and I'm not sure how to paint it. I will have to check some references, because of course of this movable part there should be some scratches on the bottom. But again, I will check it and then I will paint the part appropriately. With this mask of the main barrel, we have a bit of, let's say, interesting issue here, because here you can see small gaps between those two panels, and here of course. The front mask is done as separate part, so there shouldn't be any problem. And don't forget that you don't have to glue this part, because it will be movable, and actually it will be movable like in vertical axis, so you can replicate it on your vehicle. And another nice small thing which I want to show you. I'm not sure why assembly manual proposing to assemble those storage boxes in the middle of assembly, even though they should be placed like on the last stages. But here you can see them. Both are, let's say, featuring the P parts. Here you can see them closer. I'll try to focus the camera. And here you can see that I've lost one part. It was quite tiny, and when I was bending it, it just flew away, so now it's gone. And here we have one damaged hinge, which will be replicated on the vehicle. So that's all for this video report. As you can see, assembly slowly moves forward, and I hope tomorrow we will assemble, paint and install the main gun here, and maybe even also glue the rear part which you saw before. So as usual, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this assembly in the comment section below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like this video, because it will help us greatly. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video review or video report. Bye.